staying motivated. How do you do it? That's this week on An Intentional Business Life. Hi guys, welcome to An Intentional Business Life and staying motivated. You know, everyone's got like something that they really anchor onto, that they really believe makes them successful. And staying motivated or being motivated, I think this has been mine. I think this is what has actually got me back from the brink. You know, I was really successful, and a lot of you know, then I lost it all, living in the back bedroom of my daughter's place. Feeling quite sorry for myself, I must say, and I can laugh about it now, but you know, hey, it was serious at the time and I was not in a good place. But what got me back was knowing how to be motivated, how to be self-motivated. And I don't mean rah-rah stuff, you know, jumping up and down and, you know, going seeing Tony, you know, Tony Robbins, and, you know, his stuff is really, really good. But it's more a science. And yes, you can plug it into yourself, so it's just an automatic reaction. That's what I want to go through. I want to go through my 4 or 5 things that I do that really keeps me motivated. And being motivated allows me to come down here and enjoy this. Look at this. Oh, look at those ducks down there. Okay, guys. What a morning. What a morning. No wonder I'm motivated. This is my office and I absolutely love it. Okay, so I've written these down so I don't forget them, because obviously I don't want to miss anything out for you guys. So I've got 5 things to go through. And I wrote them down here, and it is, you know, I actually put down that being motivated is the master key. You know, you can have in business there are different keys that undo different locks, but motivation's the master one. It undoes all the locks. It'll get you past all the struggles, all the mind doubtful games that you play with yourself, everything like that. And I think the first thing to do is be really specific about what it is you want to do. Now, you could be actually doing right now what you want to do, but sometimes I find people in business are doing the business because that's what's making them the money to pay the bills, but it's not exactly what they want to do. So I think the secret here is to write down very specifically what it is you want to do. You know, what is it you do? What is it that you would go, I'll do this forever? Now, you know, I always say business is a product, not a passion, and I do seriously mean that, but you've got to still enjoy what it is you do. So what is it you do specifically? Can you write it down in a few sentences? Yeah, and I don't mean save the world and world peace, and I hope I could feed all the people in wherever, you know, that are starving. Just practical, you know. Let's get into the real world here. So what is you do? Write that down. That's the first step. And now the second part of step number 1, this is step number 1, is why do you do it? And no, I do not mean Simon Sinek's why. You know, if they know your why, then they'll buy. What a lot of BS. No one's interested. Maybe if you get to be Apple and people get on a trend and makes them feel good, whatever, most people buy because what's in it for them. So I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about why you do it. And why you do it is normally a story. You know, it's normally a long story. It's normally got lots of parts. And I think you should spend some time writing this down and writing it out. It really gives you insights into yourself that you may not have given yourself permission to look at or talk to yourself about, as weird as that sounds. But just that quiet space. Why are you doing this? You know, people say to me, you know, Michael, you know, you get out and you try and help people to be more successful. Why is it? Well, and mine's a bit of a long, convoluted story. You know, I had success, and I guess I was selfish when I had success, if I'm being totally honest. You know, I had all the money, I had aeroplanes and boats and flying here and flying there and having a jolly good old time. You know, no one's going to feel sorry for me. And I made some mistakes and I lost it all, and probably from arrogance and just disobeying my own rules was one of the things. So that was that. And then I had a couple of friends actually help me get back out of that dark spot. And, you know, and we're talking at 54, 55, that's not an age to lose all your money. It really isn't. But, you know, within 12 months, 18 months, you know, was back, had most of the money back again, owned the house again, you know. I didn't buy planes this time. I didn't really want them anymore. But yeah, and I think that motivated me. I started realizing the generosity of the people that helped me get myself back to where I wanted to be, so I could just have a great life, you know, and come down and enjoy this kind of stuff, make this my office. And that's really driven me. And I see a lot of people struggling, and I'm going, why? You know, it's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. But one thing I do realize is everybody needs somebody. Everyone needs somebody in their corner just to help them. And look, it's not about me, this video. I'm just trying to show you my story, and I'm sure you're going to have a story as well. And your why is going to be a story, and you just spend some time and really write that out, because I think if you can anchor your why you're doing it for you down, it really is a big motivator. You don't want to be forcing yourself to do things, you just want to be motivated to do them, self-motivated to do them. So that's the first one. I think the second one, and I wrote this down as well, and this sometimes throws people out, but it's visualization. You know, and I hear a lot of people talk about visualization. And look, I think of it this way. You know, I've been to those business workshops and they tell about the Japanese and they speak they plan 20 years in advance, 50 years in advance, 100 years in advance. Oh, isn't it great? And everyone, whoa, yes, that's fantastic. Really? No, you want to be really fast, really concentrated, really motivated. 100 years in advance is absolutely ridiculous. I've got to show you these. If I can get these two little birds on camera. Sorry guys for interrupting, but look at these two little fellas. Woo-hoo. Gorgeous. Okay, so yeah, so visualize, you know, getting this 100. No, you want to be fast, you want to be concentrated, you have excitement in your life. That means there's got to be some action going on. So what I say is you just visualize what you're going to do in the next week, 2 weeks, 3, maybe 4 weeks at the maximum, and you diarize that. And you have a look and say, right, for me to progress, I need to do this. You make a little short list, short and punchy, you know, not the 100-step thing, just short, punchy list. Diarize it in, or whatever it is. You need a system to make sure you're going to do it, whether that is however you schedule it, you know, writing it on little cards, you know, putting it in your diary, plugging it in so you know what you get to do. Not what you have to do, but you actually get to do this, and it's going to drive you to your goal. So you've got to, geez, that wind's bad, isn't it? I might just turn around. You might be getting a lot of wind off that. I'll brace the sun in my eyes. Oh, poor me. But yes, so it's visualize what you've got to do in the next couple of weeks, and then develop a system for getting that done. It is blowing a gale down here, guys. Now, this is something I think gets overlooked. The motivation. Create a killer environment. Look at this place. And you know that's my favorite catamaran sitting right behind me. But look at this that I get. This is my office. This is where I get to spend my time. This is brilliant. You have to create a killer environment, something that is exciting to go to. You know, now I do have an office where I meet people, and it is a golf club. So I've got a golf club membership, and that is my office. I don't have a traditional office. They've got boardrooms there and things you can use if you want to. But normally you'll find me with my clients sitting on the veranda, you know, sipping a cup of coffee or some sparkling water. And so I've got two great environments I love to be in. This is one I love here, that I love to be in, that you guys get to see all the time. I'll take you to the golf club as well, and I'll show you around. And my other environment is my golf club. So I always say, what is going to be your environment? If you're an artist, you want to make sure your art studio is a rip-roar. You just love going in there. It's create a killer environment, somewhere where you love to go. So it's not a drag. You want to go in there and play. This thing's a play. It's just a game. It's a game after all. So you're going to play the world of business. So create the killer environment for you. The other one I wrote down, and there's some controversy over this one, I think, and some people have got some different ideas on it, but accountability. Accountability is really interesting because there is that train of thought that says, just don't tell anyone, do it quietly, you shouldn't need anybody else, blah, 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 blah. I'm not really like that. I like accountability. I just tell people what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it, and they get excited. If you look at my new company that we're forming, as you know, I do run companies still. I love forming companies. www.hydroponicfarmsaustralia.com.au. It's .au because we're in Australia. You can have a look at that, and you'll see that company they built there. They've got the CEO, different people in there, and what we're actually doing in that. Yeah, I just put it out for the world. I don't hide anything. So I think accountability is really, really good. I've got the Patreon channel, and people join Patreon. I mean, it's only a couple of bucks a week or something. But it's so that you can be part of a group, so we can talk to a group, so you can mentor each other, and and hopefully I can be there guiding you as well and giving you advice as well. I remember back in the day we started the Foundations group, and it was just a founders club. There was 8 of us, and the goal was to make $1 million, and I think the slowest was 18 months. So these things work. I just killer environment. Look at this, guys. This is a killer. So this is what I'm on about. This is what you need to create for yourself. Somewhere where you love to come, and you love to be, and you love to enjoy. And if you haven't got a yacht club, find a golf club, make your studio at home, make your office environment. Break the rules. Break the rules, guys, make it for you. So no, we're back a little bit there. So accountability is the same. Don't be shy about accountability. Join some groups, join some clubs. The great thing I love about Patreon and memberships on YouTube and things like that, they're normally only a couple of bucks a week, and you can join in, you can put comments down, and you can ask questions, and ask me questions. I love answering questions, and join us in, do whatever. Find the people you want to be associated with, and then don't be shy about sharing what it is. And the wind is blowing my book around all day today. It's incredible. But eliminate distractions. Now, you've heard me talk about this one before. I call it the pleb calendar. Oh my goodness. This is going on, the football match is going on, this TV soap opera. They just want to entertain you to death. Get rid of that out of your life. Look, if you want to have a look at it for a bit of entertainment, put a time limit on it. Don't get stuck into it. Certainly don't jump up in the morning and turn your phone on, and start checking out emails and Facebook and YouTube and stuff like that. Save me to a little bit later on in the day. Get rid of distractions. Look, if you really want to make it, and you really want to make it fast, that's why I talk about the 2 and 3 and 4 week, make it really punchy, is you've got to occupy 90% of your mind. Your mind can only talk about and know so much. Good morning, guys, how are you?
Good, thank you.
So your mind can only accommodate so much in there before it gets full up. This is what I think anyway. So fill it up with 90% about you. Your goals, your dreams, what you're trying to do, 90% about you. That's what you want to fill your brain with. Cut out the distractions. That is mine. What do I have there? I've got 5 tips. That's my 5 tips for being motivated. Guys, I hope you got something out of this one. Start planning and plotting your way to your success. And I'll see you next time on Unintentional Business Life.